My name is Baris. I'm a Turkish citizen, 35 years old, and I work in the World Steel Association since 2010 as an economist. I joined the World Steel Association right after finishing my PhD in economics back in 2010. And back then, what I wanted was really to be able to use the research skills I acquired during my education. Steel industry is a highly capital-intensive industry, and hence it requires the right long-term strategies. And the determination of the long-term strategies, the right long-term strategies, requires lots of analysis, particularly economic analysis, and that's why I'm happy to work here. When I started my job, I was really surprised to see the size and complexity of the logistics of the global steel business. Last year, more than 1.5 billion of steel products were produced all around the world. And for this, hundreds of millions of tons of iron ore were mined in Australia, in Brazil, and were sent to China or elsewhere with gigantic ships. Imagine hundreds of millions of tons of steel products crossing border every year. So really the size and complexity of these operations are astonishing to me. What I love about steel and steel industry is the interdependence of all steel markets all around the world. If I need to have an understanding of the steel markets in Middle East, then I'll see eventually that I need to have a clear understanding of the developments in Turkish steel market. And then you see that to have a clear understanding of the developments in the Turkish steel market, actually you need to have an understanding of the US steel market. And for example, for the last decade, China had a huge impact on the rest of the world. And in the future, maybe some other emerging countries like India might have a huge impact on the rest of the world. So I also need to have an understanding of the frontier markets. And what I really love about steel is this challenge of trying to understand this big picture.